she's the debate team leader, and we're just going to be asking her a couple of questions along with some of her students. So, Ms. Hornberg, what are you looking forward to this year in debate?
We have so many new students who came out, and they seem like super strong students that are going to work really hard. And so I'm really excited that we have a larger team, more people to bring to represent Palisades, and that I think that they'll respond to me pushing them a little bit to do a lot of preparation ahead of time and to work together as a team to give a lot of feedback prior to competition. I think that's going to make a huge difference, and we're going to surprise some people that we do really well as a result.
What are some of the subjects you and your group talk about? I know this year you're talking about euthanasia with the Pennsylvania Commonwealth.
Yeah, so this year we're going to be, this semester we're doing that, and then once we've wrapped up that topic, I think it's going to be whether like nuclear power is good or something. But in the actual class, like we have downtime, so oftentimes we'll just like talk about other stuff, like still like in a debate kind of format, but like I talk about like ideological differences like with my fellow debate club members. So
colleagues members.
Yeah. So that's something that I really like about it too. But yeah, we'll talk about whatever, but when we're not actually like writing our speeches for the actual topic.
What are some subjects your group like to talk about?
Well, for this year, our resolved or the debate topic for the beginning part of this debate year would be euthanasia. So like the whole resolve would be, should the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania legalize euthanasia or should it not? So we really just talk about important issues like that. So like, should the state of Pennsylvania legalize euthanasia? Last year we talked about social media and its effects on mental health. Is it good for mental health? Is it bad for mental health? And then, just like big issues.
Yeah.
So what's the best part about the debate club for you, in your opinion?
Ooh, for me, I think just the fun that we have. I feel like I have great connections with those kids. I feel like they have great connections with each other.
The best part of debate is probably the debating events themselves, which I kind of mentioned before, where you can everybody gets like nicely dressed up. Everybody gets out of class early, and we usually go to like Panera Bread, or that's where we have been going recently.
My favorite part of debate is really because it's on the spot depending on what you're doing. I was second constructive last year, so that means I was getting asked questions, and you don't know what you're going to be asked, and you can practice, but at the end of the day you're going against another school.
For people that aren't in the club, like, could you give us like kind of like a rundown of what
Yeah, so we meet weekly and in the library, and we research the topic that we're given, and then we team up, and so different people on the team play different roles. Like you might be somebody who presents a speech and then gets questioned on that speech. I could be somebody who does things like questions people. Then there's somebody like in the movies, like that is like ties it all up. They reaffirm the points that were made already, and then they kind of cut down the points that the other team made, and they try to negate them. And so it's points based, so each person gets 8 points total, maximum. And so depending on how well you did, you could get up to 8 points. And so you could have a perfect day with a perfect team that everyone got 8 points, which is really rare and nearly impossible. But then you could have days that you don't. So Palisades usually does really well. Sometimes when we are on the losing, it's not by far. Our kids work hard.
I'm Alexa Schwab, and I am here with Miss Tia and Miss Hoffer to talk about FBLA. What is FBLA and what does it stand for?
So FBLA stands for Future Business Leaders of America. This is a nationally recognized program for high school students where students have the opportunity to develop their business skills and prepare them for the future through various academic programs, competitions, and just leadership development opportunities.
What activities do you participate in?
So kind of like Mrs. T said, at the beginning of the year, the kids would explore different business topics. So they would choose a topic and then they would choose an event. So it could either be like a test or a competition like public speaking or something like that. And then they would choose one business topic. So many, there's like a variety. I don't even know how many there are, from like marketing to
There's probably
computer
100.
programming, like anything you can think of. And then they choose their topic and then event, and then we go compete at Del Val, which are the RLCs. And then if they place, then they move on to the SLCs, which is the State Leadership Conference at Hershey. So it's cool.
How does FBLA prepare students for the future?
I mean, kind of what Mrs. Hofferka just indicated, it allows them to pick a topic that they're interested in and they want to focus in. They can learn more about it, but it also gives them the opportunity to go outside their comfort zone in the competitive level of being able to present in front of a panel of judges who give them feedback. And all the judges are people that are in the real business world, so they give good feedback, but also within the competitions, they have so many guest speakers and colleges and opportunities to kind of connect with people in the field. So it's a nice stepping stone into college and what a specific career field would offer.
Why should you join FBLA?
So basically, like everything like Mrs. T said, so it's a nationally recognized organization. So if you do plan to go to college for business, chances are they've probably heard of FBLA. So if you're in it in high school, it looks really good on your resume or whatever. So that definitely helps. The experience, the connections made. So if they're making connections with like business employers or anything like that, it's just overall good opportunity, and you should join it if you're interested in business.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Join FBLA.
I'm Mr. Riley.
And I'm Mrs. Hofferka, and we are the advisors for Link Crew.
What is Link Crew?
The idea behind Link Crew is to help children become better leaders, better mentors, and in turn, give the freshman class guidance into a successful academic career here at Palisades High School.
What are the benefits of being in Link Crew?
I think for the juniors and seniors who are Link Crew leaders, it seems like there's a lot of benefits that they gain, and just like skills that they gain, experience from being those leaders to freshmen. I don't know, I think it just makes them overall better people because they get to be a mentor and leader to the younger kids, and yeah.
It helps them develop into well-rounded individuals into the future, and they get to hang out with Ms. Hoffer and myself,
True.
which
That's
is
the
just
biggest
the
part.
right thing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
What is your favorite part of Link Crew?
Helping kids.
Yeah.
We help leaders become better leaders, and we help the leaders teach or help and guide the freshmen throughout Palisades' challenges and life's challenges overall.
And getting to work with the freshmen, I think, is kind of cool because not many teachers get to know the freshmen like we do, because we're the first people they see when they come into the high school, the teachers, and I don't know. I think we have a different connection with them, get to know them a little better, which is kind of cool.
And why should you join Link Crew?
As a junior or senior? Go ahead.
To help your community, which is Palisades High School, develop into a stronger community. We have seen the positive sides of Link Crew. Our bullying situation has almost diminished 100%, and I point the finger at Link Crew, helping these kids become better kids, make them better adults in the future.
And they get to help, so if freshmen are struggling, not really fitting in here, they step in instead of us and actually get to work with. So it's like a student to student ratio, which is better because they might open up more. So yeah, I think overall it's a great club, and I'm glad we have it here at Palisades. You should join it. Thanks.
And we eat at every activity.
Yes,
we
pizza
eat
always.
at every
Pizza.
activity. Field trips and a whole lot more.
Yeah, can't you tell? Can't
She
you tell?
pointed at her. Wait a minute, that wasn't right. We're good.
Stand Up to Silence is a student-led Palisades High School club that seeks to create a positive school and community climate and address issues related to bias, hate speech, and bullying. They are affiliated with the Anti-Defamation Leagues of No Place for Hate. What kind of things does the club do? It organizes community building events to bring people together, organizes activities to encourage reflection like the Wall of Kindness and the Tree of Respect. October is Anti-Bullying Month, and there will be upcoming events. The Stand Up to Silence Club goes to public events, and October 23rd there is a Walk Against Hate at the Naval Yard in Philadelphia. Feel free to join. The club meets in room C13 after school and via Google Meet on first and third Tuesday of every month. If you can't come to the meetings, don't worry, you can still be an active member of the club. Use the QR code on the door of C13 or see Mrs. Lipton for details. Thank you.
I'm Steven, and I'm here with Mr. Jones, the president of the Photography Club. So, what was the motive to start Photography Club, and why do you decide to continue it?
A couple of years ago, a student, I forget who the student's name was, came and they expressed interest in starting a photography club. They had a passion for it. And then along with that, some other students kind of made themselves aware that they were interested in photography club as well. So basically we established the club. And I wanted to have some sort of art club after school here and there, just to have, like, I don't feel like I have enough time with the students in class. So any students that want to come after school, whether it be for photography or just art in general, kind of those are the students we cater to, or students I cater to.
So, has the program gotten bigger, or has it grown since it started?
Well, it hasn't really grown because unfortunately, after that first year that we started it, we went into COVID the following year, and then basically didn't have it for 2 years, or a modified version of it. So last year I was trying to get it back, the fuller strength, but I'm trying to just get the word out there and try to get kids to come on out for it.
Yeah. How often do you meet, and for how long?
So I try to meet at least once a month as of now, and then we try to at least meet a minimum of an hour to an hour and a half.
Is there any set days, or does it
No, unfortunately, it kind of works to my schedule, unfortunately. So I try to pick a day or two, whether it be like a Tuesday or Wednesday that work, and just try to stick it within those 2 days. So I'm not all over the place. I'll either make it like either a Tuesday or Wednesday, and it'll flip-flop back and forth, or a Tuesday, Thursday, depending on how the schedules work out.
What do people get out of the club?
Well, essentially it started as a photography club. So it started as students just taking photographs, getting some advice, some critiques on what is a good photo, what makes a good photo, basically kind of looking at cropping. Because in the end, it all depends on, a photo is all depending on how you crop the photo. And that can change a photo completely. But from there, I've gotten into a lot of photo editing. We'll use Photoshop for photo editing the photos that we have, and then I get into like a little bit of Illustrator if students want to learn some stuff along those lines. And then I've also, students that are into art want to come and they can apply some of those skills to just their art in general. But in the end, I'm just trying to teach students to how they look at art, how they look at composition, whether it's a photograph or a painting or a drawing. That principle basically apply. I do.
What does Reading Olympics look like at the high school?
So at the high school, we start after the holidays. So around January, we start, and there's only 25 books on the list. So you just read as many as you can, and we try to make sure certain people on the read certain ones so that they're not all reading the same one. So we try to divvy it up. And then lately it's been Kahoot, where we come into the library and we play a Kahoot just on one day and answer questions about the books. And we've been doing well. We've been earning blue ribbons the last few years.
What's the most most surprising thing about Reading Olympics that like not a lot of people would suspect about it?
I think the most surprising thing is that it's a great academic addition to a resume for college. And there's really, I mean, when we meet, we just meet to get books, so you don't even have to attend meetings. And there's just one event. And so it's a really, if you're so busy with so many things, it's a great academic addition to a resume because of the fact that you can put that you were part of Reading Olympics. And as long as you read a few books and attend one competition that usually is during, the last few years it's been during the school day, it's a great addition to a resume, and probably a lot of people are not maximizing that opportunity.
Are you someone who is interested in trivia, competitive events, and working with a team? Scholars Bowl could be for you. Scholars Bowl is a club that gets together to go to trivia competitions with other schools. Teams compete to answer questions correctly and get more points than the opposing team. Questions can be anything from science and literature to sports and history and more. If you are someone who enjoys trivia and has a lot of general knowledge, Scholars Club is for you. The club meets once a month to practice, and competitions are on Saturdays once a month. Participation is very flexible within the club. Show up when you want to. If you are interested in joining, speak to Mrs. Lipton or Mrs. Wright for more information. Thank you. Are you someone who loves science, technology, engineering, or math? STEM Outreach Club could be for you. STEM Club meets to plan out and carry out community events related to science. These activities are created and run by students to make the best experience possible. Now on to Mr. Fidel, the advisor of STEM Outreach Club, and Haley Stevens, a Chief Science Officer, for more information. What is STEM Club?
STEM Outreach Club it's not really a STEM club. It's more of just a club that Chief Science Officers run.
Yeah.
Chief Science Officers are students. The STEM Outreach Club votes them in. And so they have action plans that are projects that are personal and meaningful to them.
Mm-hmm.
And the STEM Outreach Club helps them organize and manage those projects.
I'm Seamus Flannery, and I'm here with Haley Stevens, an officer of STEM Outreach Club, and we're going to ask her some questions about the club. Now, Haley, what activities does your club do?
So STEM Outreach Club does a lot of community events. So as of last year, we planted trees in Peppermint Park. We had a STEM night for elementary age kids. We just do a lot of activities like that over the summer. Me and the other officers, we went to a meeting conference with other Chief Science Officers, and we were able to get a lot of ideas for what we're going to do this year.
That sounds very fun. What is your favorite part of STEM Club?
So my favorite part, like I mentioned before, was the elementary STEM night. I think that was so fun. There were so many kids there, and they were just so excited to learn about science. We had a lot of fun activities for them about engineering, they could build little towers out of cards, and it was just really fun to see them so excited about STEM.
Why should students join STEM Club?
STEM Club is really exciting. You get to do a lot of these community events, and I think personally for me the best part was seeing kids so excited about it. So if you really are into science, technology, engineering, and math, I think it's a really great opportunity for you to get that into the community and into our school.
Students should join STEM Outreach Club if they're interested in giving back to their community. The whole idea with STEM Outreach Club is sharing your passion for science with others, and that can also extend to technology and mathematics and engineering. Students should join who want to share what they love with other people and educate them.
What is the schedule like for STEM Outreach Club?
So we meet every other week. We have a couple weeks at the start of school where we have a little intermission, just getting everything organized. I just take us from winter break and go back, and we have every other week with no holidays or days off for that.
If you are interested in joining STEM Outreach Club, talk to Mr. Fidel for more information.
How does someone join student government?
In order to join student government, one has to fill out a form applying for the position and then run against the other candidates for the position, and they get voted in. It happens at the end of the school year every year.
What are some of the things you get to do when you're in student government?
So as of right now, we're planning homecoming, which I think when this video is out, it will already have happened. So hopefully it was a good one. We get to plan homecoming, Spirit Week, and then the juniors get to plan prom, and just any other like activities we do throughout the school, like little like treasure chest things, little notes for teachers, things like that.
Okay. Why do you think someone should join student government?
I think student government is a great way to be involved. We get to plan a lot of things, as Haley said. It really opens your eyes to leadership opportunities, and you get to know the school better, I believe. Yeah.
And how many people do you have in student government right now?
Currently we have 20 people in student government, so there's 4 class representatives, secretary, treasurer, vice president, and president, and then there's 4 total executive board positions, which is what me and Cora are. We're president and vice president.
Nice. And that's all I have for you guys today.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kayla Russo, and I'm here with Mrs. T and Ms. Hofferka, the 2 yearbook advisors for Palisades High School. So, what is Yearbook?
So Yearbook, it's a great club, first off. We pretty much spend the entire school year coming up with the high school yearbook. We create it from scratch and make it with all the pictures from sports to class photos to Spirit Week photos. I don't know. It's just a combination of everything from high school, I guess.
Why should a freshman want to join Yearbook?
I feel like it's a good opportunity for the freshmen to get involved in everything at the school because the yearbook staff gets the opportunity to go out and take pictures and really get like a community feel of the school because they're creating each page. So they're getting to know their classmates as well as everything that the high school offers because that's what the yearbook showcases.
Mm-hmm. And it's good, I think, to join as a freshman because they might not have as big as a role in the yearbook creating it. And then if they stay in the club all 4 years, they're going to create their senior book, which is the one that they care about most, I think. So then they have a lot of experience to put toward their senior yearbook, I think.
Right, and make it most memorable.
Yeah, so it's better to start as a freshman.
What are you most excited for this like yearbook school year thing?
Oh, this year's yearbook? Oh, I don't know. So we just started working on themes, which is really fun. Lots of different thoughts, but they all seem pretty cool. But we're just trying to figure out ways we can use that theme. I don't know. It's just really fun. The whole startup process is fun because you don't know where it's going.
Right, and I think that this being our second year as advisors, I think it's going to be exciting to see how we add things to the yearbook and improve it from last year's. And I think one of my favorites was the design cover. So I'm excited to see what they come up with and how they design that front cover.
Yeah, that's fun.
So you guys went to Palisades. Were you on the yearbook staff or did they not have one?
They did have a yearbook staff and I was not on it. I didn't know about it. It's not something I for some reason remember.
Yeah, I feel like when we were in school it wasn't as like advertised. I don't know. I don't even remember hearing about the yearbook club, but I kind of wish I was. We have so much fun with it now, and like the kids seem to really enjoy it. Like we had a meeting the other day, and so many people actually showed up, which is cool, and they like were excited.
But they did a good job with our yearbooks. Mrs. Hornberger was the yearbook advisor when I was in school, and she did a phenomenal job.
Was she? I don't remember who mine was.